Hey everybody, this is Cad Roll Hunter, and we're back with a full box of Canadian quarters that we're gonna hunt. Hey everybody, this is James, and you're watching my channel, Cad Roll Hunter. We've got a bit of a mixed box here, quite literally. We've got 10 rolls of these bank-wrapped rolls. These might very well be the alloy recovery program. That's the program that is removing some of the precious and semi-precious metals out of circulation, things like silver, things like nickel. So we're probably not going to find anything silver in here or anything older than, say, 2001, perhaps. But these other 40 rolls are customer wrapped rolls, and anything goes. We are looking for silver. We're looking for anything older. We're looking for errors, varieties, low mint, you name it. We just don't know what we're going to find till we get in here. And of course, we're always looking for new spots to fill in our album or upgrades. And that's going to be tough because we've been doing really well with our Lighthouse Vista album. Not too many spots left, just some key dates for sure, and silver will do it. So we'll take a look at that at the end, and we'll see if we can find anything to add or upgrade. But let's crack into some rolls and see how we do. Roll number 4 already. We found our first nice find of the box. It's a pretty nice looking Olympic coin. This one is the ski jumping. And so that one looks like it might be something for the collection. Haven't found any color yet. At least one thing I'll say is that the edges of these coins look pretty normal. I'm not seeing any damaged edges like we saw in our last box. That was pretty sad. Same roll, and this coin caught my eye. It is an older Elizabeth. And when we look at that, it's a pretty nice looking 1977. A little mark just above the caribou, but that's much better than a 77 we would normally see. Roll number 5, and we've got a mounted police quarter from 1973. We're going to flip it over, and I can tell already that this is the small bust, the very common small bust variety. Lots of detail in the hair. The beads are far away from the rim. We're always looking out for the large bust variety, and you will know if I find one, for sure. Roll 6, and we're going to have a 2015 Commemorative. We'll flip that over, and it is the non-color poppy. Roll number 8, and we finally found our first colorized coin, not including the ender that we could see. It is a 2012 Tecumseh commemorating the War of 1812, and you can see that color enamel isn't exactly within the lines of the maple leaf there. It looks like there's some area on the upper left that isn't quite colored in, and it looks like the color might extend over the edge of the leaf on the right, and that's pretty common. It's not an error so much as just complications in the printing process as they create these coins. But that's a good find for the board, our first color. Same roll, and it looks like we found ourselves a gem here, a really nice looking provincial quarter. This one from Alberta. Roll number 11 is our color ender. It's our 2004 poppy, so that's our second color coin of the box. Roll number 12 is another bank wrapped roll, and this time we've got a great color. I haven't found one of these in a while. This is the Hope for a Green Future from 2017, and it's got the Ring of Death on it, unfortunately, but this is one of my favorite ones. It's just really neat with the turtle and a little beaver, and I'm assuming that's a bird, but it's a really cool color coin. Roll number 14 is going to have our first American quarter. It's a Denver minted 1999 Connecticut State quarter. Roll 15, we got ourselves a really nice looking Olympic quarter. It's a 2007 curling, and I missed it in my last roll, but we did find another 2004 color poppy. I just totally missed it. I was just about to roll them back up and found it there. So sometimes they slip through, so you got to look carefully. Roll number 16, and I think we are going to have silver. I see a really light edge right here. We'll take a look at that. And a copper edge. It's a 1994 Philadelphia minted US quarter. But let's just lay this down and get a peek at what we've got here. And we absolutely have silver, 1964, and it looks to be in fairly nice condition. Look at that, laureate portrait, silver, lots of great detail, a little bit of, I don't know, like some milk spotting kind of thing, but that looks to be a really nice quarter. We've got silver in the box, and we still have a bunch of rolls to look at, so that is very encouraging. Awesome. Same roll, and we found some more color. We've got a first 2006 pink ribbon. Kind of worn, but it's more color for the board. Roll number 19, our second pink ribbon. And right behind that, one for the hockey fans here, a 2017 Stanley Cup Commemorative. Roll number 20, we got ourselves a 1986. We'll have to look and see if it'll upgrade the album. We've got lots of nice quarters from the 80s. I'm not so sure about this one. Of course, this one does have a scratch across the caribou. But we'll take a peek. I'll hold on to it for now, and we'll compare against the album. Roll 23 is going to give us more color. Here's another 2006. This is going to be another pink ribbon. A little bit better than the last ones we found. More color on the board. Roll 24, I just flipped it over, and we're going to have a nice one. This is the 2010 Double Poppy, and that is a nice looking coin, of course. I love the poppy here. It's different than the other ones. It doesn't seem to have those raised dots. It actually seems to be in a bit of an impression on that stylized maple leaf, so it's a bit different, and this one usually has a really nice field. Roll number 25, the halfway point of the box, and we're going to have a nice commemorative here. This is a 2000 Natural Legacy. And I see just behind it, we're going to have only our second US coin of the hunt. This is a 1987 out of Philadelphia. And normally we would expect to get more than this. This is actually our third. But normally I'd expect to have a few more by this point. Same roll, just a little further back. A really nice looking 2004 with lots of color still on there. And still in that roll, we've got a 1978. This is the small denticle variety. It is more, or I should say less common than the large denticle. I'll throw it under the scope so you can get a sense of how small these small denticles actually are. Okay, so I've got that under the scope, and you can see these denticles are actually very small. They're just a little almost like little round balls, where the large denticle, they are somewhat elongated and actually come down into the field more. Just at the end of roll number 27, and we've got another 2006 pink ribbon. Roll number 29 is going to have a couple of American quarters. We have a 2015 Blue Ridge Parkway. This one out of Denver. And then a little further back, I see another newer American. And this one is a Philadelphia minted. This one is a Chani 2016. And here is a really nice one, just a couple of coins back. This is a 1973 Rcmp. This one, again, is the small bust. I'll throw it under the scope here. We'll get a closer look. So again, we can see lots of fine hair detail. The beads are further away from the rim, of course. So it's definitely the small bust, but this is a really nice example. This could potentially upgrade the album, so we'll set that aside for sure. Just finished roll number 30, very last coin of the roll, and we got our second Hope for a Green Future from 2017. Roll number 43, and we've got a beauty here. This is a 1978 here, and this one looks fantastic. This may very well be an upgrader in our album. We'll just compare the denticles on this one to the one we found earlier and see if this is the large or the small. Okay, so here I've got them. The one we just found, that really nice one, is on the left-hand side. And you can see the denticles are quite a bit larger than the ones on the right that we found earlier. So we've got small denticles and large denticles. We'll take a look at this. So there is what I was calling the large denticle on the right-hand side, the one we just got, with this other 1978 I just found in this roll that has even larger denticles. It's almost as though there's a small, a medium, and a large. Now, I think these are both large denticles, but clearly there is some differences in the length of these. These are actually quite a bit longer as opposed to the one we just found, which are still like little beads, versus the one we found earlier, which are quite small and closer together. Roll 35, and I think we're going to have something here. We've got a smooth edge, and we find some quarters with edges that have been ground smooth like this, but this coin is bigger than the rest. It's bigger than these quarters, so we're going to have a foreign coin in here, but I just don't know yet what it is. Let's find out. Okay, here we go. And this is something I have not yet seen before. 50, it says Endeavour. New Zealand, 2006, 50 cents. That is an awesome find. And right at the front of that roll, we've got a color Brock, War of 1812 commemorative. So we've got a lucky roll already. Maybe we got some more in here. Well, that lucky roll is going to give us a pretty nice looking 2008 Olympic coin as well. And just a couple of coins later, it looks like we're going to find a really nice pink ribbon. That is a great one. And it's still going, a 2004 Remembrance Day. Next, roll number 36, a really nice 2005 Year of the Veteran. That one is showing hardly any circulation wear at all. Roll number 37, this could be another upgrader potentially. It is a nice 1977, and my hands are fogging it up already, but that's a lot better than we normally see for sure. Same roll, we got a 1968, so we got to just check because this is a transition year. Is it silver or is it nickel? And it's magnetic, so it is definitely nickel, but you don't want to let a silver 1968 slip through. Roll 38, we got ourselves another pink ribbon, but right behind it we've got one with a little bit of an interesting coloring, but it looks like it's a 1982. It's just got some kind of film or gunk on it. It just gave it that little bit of a silver appearance, but it's not quite what we're looking for. And just a little further back in that same roll, we got another one. Roll 38, we got ourselves another War of 1812 commemorative. This one is the colorized Laura Secord, this one from 2013. Same roll, another nice 1980s quarter. It's an 89. We'll check that against the album and see if it might upgrade at all. And just behind that, we're going to have ourselves another pink ribbon from 2006. This is our, I believe, our 7th or 8th now in this particular box. Roll number 41, and this is another of those bank wrapped rolls, and we've got ourselves the colorized Peregrine Falcon in the Legendary Nature series. Next roll, and we found its brother. And in that same roll, we found a really nice men's hockey from 2009. It's commemorating the gold medal in the 2002 Winter Olympics. This is the non-color version. We'd love to find a color version too. Roll 44, we have the 2017 Hope for a Green Future. This time it is the non-color version. First quarter of roll number 45, and we got ourselves a stunning 2002 men's hockey Olympic commemorative. And just a few coins behind that, we've got the women's hockey. This one is a little bit more circulated. It may not be a keeper, but that's just another example of one we can find. That's a 2009. It's commemorating the 2002 Olympic Winter Games gold medal in women's hockey. And we want to look for this one also in the color version. We're in roll number 48, and so far we found 6 American cents, but when I flatten this roll out, we can see a bunch of copper edges. We're going to at least have that many in this roll. So we'll see if there's anything older or more interesting. There's definitely a newer copper edge I can see towards the end here. But that's interesting. We got a roll with a bunch of Americans. Maybe we'll find some other interesting things as well. Well, right off the bat, we're going to have a really nice 2013 with the whales on it. This one is the version that has the frosted calves, and that's in nice condition. We may as well take a look and see what we've got here. We've got a 2016 Cumberland Gap, a 2016 Theodore Roosevelt, a 2006 Nebraska State Quarter, a 2017 Ozark Riverways. Got an older one here. This one is a 1995 out of Philadelphia. A 2013 Perry's Victory. We've got an Arkansas State Quarter from 2003. And I thought I saw another one back here. A Philadelphia minted 2007 Washington State Quarter in pretty nice condition. So that's good. I'll check those against my collection. They all look to be in pretty nice condition. And there may be some other goodies in here, we'll see. Or good goodies, as Rob Finds Treasure would say. Good goodies. Same roll, we have a 2004 commemorative. This is the 400 years of the founding of North America. This is what we call this. This is called the First Settlement Quarter. And I'm just going to toss it. Same roll, we found another commemorative here. It's a 2004. This is the first settlement. This is the 400 years of the first settlement of North America, featuring that beautiful ship there. We're on the last roll, roll number 50. We got another 2016 US here. This will be our last one. I did an edge check and no more silver, but we did find something interesting in here. You'll see somebody's been doing some arts and crafts here with this quarter. I don't know exactly what's happened, but they have done a number on it, and it is all messed up. We're not even going to be able to tell what this one is, but we can certainly see the queen on the obverse. So a very interesting find. Someone has had a little bit too much time on their hands, but couldn't tell anything by the edge. As soon as I flattened it down, though, you could see that this coin had been tortured in some way. So we'll set that aside as a find on the board as a miscellaneous, and we'll see if there's anything else in this roll, and we'll do a wrap up. Well, that's the end of another fun hunt, and we found all sorts of great stuff here. We found 15 US coins, a number of really nice newer American National Park quarters. I'll check against my collection and see if I need any of those. We got this 2006 New Zealand 50 cents. That's totally unexpected. And of course, we got this arts and crafts, quarter that's been kind of mangled. That was an interesting find. We ended up getting 23 color quarters, so that's pretty close to what we would normally expect. 5 of them were these 2004 poppies. We got a couple of really nice ones. We got 10 of the 2006 pink ribbons. So they're very common. These two are the most common that I find. So they're not low mintage by any stretch. Sometimes we can find them in nice condition, and that's good. We got a 2010 double poppy. We got 3 of the 2012 color commemoratives, a couple of the Peregrine Falcon, and 2 of those really nice 2017 Hope for a Green Future. We got some other commemoratives that were keepers that I'll check against the album for sure. And we got some coins from the 70s and 80s we'll look at. A pretty nice 1973. We can see there we got a 74, a couple 77s. We got some 78s that I'll check against the album, including one of the small dentical varieties. And at the end, you see a really nice 1989. And of course, the star of this hunt, of course, is this Laureate Portrait 1964 80% silver quarter, which I'm pretty sure is going to fill a spot. So we're going to do something we haven't done in a while, which is fill a spot in the album. The only question is, will we have any upgrades? I'll check against the album right now, and I'll let you know. Okay, so first things first, I got our Lighthouse Vista album out here, and right now we're sitting at 144 of 170 spots in here, and we were sitting at 4 of 17 silver, but you can see that 1964 spot is free. So I'm just going to slide that open, and we're just going to slot our 1964 quarter right in there because that is an awesome upgrade to the album. We filled a spot, and it's silver. We're now at 5 of 17, and we'll take a look at the rest of these and see what else we might be able to upgrade. Okay, we've gone through everything in the album. We have an addition, as we stated, the 1964 silver in the album, which is great, but we had a bunch of upgrades. We actually had 5 upgrades, including one, I've got to make a confession, the 78 small dentical, we upgraded that, but the one that was in there was actually a large dentical, and we saw earlier that sometimes the dentical sizes aren't all exact. The one that I had in here was what I might have almost called a medium dentical. But when I looked at it more closely, it was definitely the large dentical. This one we have found here is absolutely the small dentical. That is the more rare variety. So I'm going to have to keep my eyes open for the small dentical and watch a little bit more carefully. So that was one we didn't actually have, but it doesn't quote unquote fill a spot because we already had one in there. So we're sitting at 145 of 170 spots, 5 of the 17 silver. The other ones we upgraded was the 78 large dentical. We upgraded the 89, which is down on the next page. We actually had upgraded this one in our last hunt, but it was one of those rim damaged coins. All around the rim it had damage from that coin wrap rolling machine. And the other one we upgraded was the 2008 bobsled in the Olympic series down here. If I can find it, there's the bobsleigh right there. We did that. But otherwise, this album is looking really, really great. The only ones we need to find in here are more silver and some of the hard-to-find coins. But we're going to keep our eyes open and hope that we find those. Well, I also just took a quick peek in my US collection, and I had 4 here that I didn't have in my collection. So I'm going to add those. That's great. And a few more that were just in really good condition that I already had in pretty much a BU condition. But these are worth keeping for sure. So happy to have added those to my collection. In any case, I really hope that you have enjoyed this album fill and quarter roll hunt. If you did, please give the video a like. Please subscribe to my channel, Cadroll Hunter, if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.